Hola, ¿cómo están amigos? Les habla y les saluda su servidor Alex de la X, aquí transmitiendo para ustedes una entrevista que tenemos con un candidato que se está postulando para la posición de alcalde de la ciudad de Springfield, Oregon. Y bueno, vamos a entrevistarlo porque es importante que estemos enterados quiénes son los candidatos que se están postulando para esta posición de alcalde y qué es lo que tienen que ofrecer a nuestra comunidad y cómo es que ellos ven a la comunidad latina en particular y cuál es su opinión al respecto. Así que los invito a que me acompañen, se queden conmigo. Les voy a presentar a la persona que nos va a acompañar el día de hoy. Su nombre es Mike Eyester. ¿Cómo estás, Mike? Muchísimas gracias por acompañarnos.
Well, first of all, thank you so much, Alex, and the La y Kiss audience for tuning in and attending to this. It's very kind of you, and I really appreciate the opportunity to reach out to the Latinx community. It's been a community that's been important to me for a long time. I think you and I must have met 2 or 3 years ago, and I remember you showing me around town and showing me all the places that I would have just driven past and not really known that they were there until you pointed them out to me. And it really made me realize what an important part of the economy the Latinx community is. We have businesses all up and down our main street that are contributing to the local economy, serving not just the Latinx community, but serving the entire community. So I've appreciated that, and I've appreciated my connection with you over the years, Alex.
Así es, Mike, y yo recuerdo que tuvimos la oportunidad de convivir y bueno, de que yo te pudiera llevar a diferentes negocios latinos para que conocieras, ¿no? El tipo de negocio, los dueños y bueno, qué tan trabajadora y tan emprendedora es la comunidad latina. Y bueno, creo que esto fue una oportunidad buena para ti, ¿no? El que pudieras darte cuenta de todos estos lugares, porque muchas veces las personas que no son miembros de la comunidad latina pueden pasar por desapercibido estos lugares. Así que me dio muchísimo gusto el que te hayas prestado y que hayas tenido el interés de seguir conmigo por toda la calle Main y en Springfield y conocieras no solamente a todos los negocios, pero también a algunos de los dueños de esos negocios. Así que, bueno, pues muchas gracias. Bueno, y ya entrando en tema, Mike, algo que para mí es muy importante es el hacerte una serie de preguntas para estar más enterados cuál es tu plan para trabajar con los habitantes de la ciudad de Springfield, especialmente si ganas las elecciones. ¿Cuál va a ser el plan de Mike? ¿Cómo le va a hacer Mike como alcalde para enfocarse en cosas que son muy importantes, ¿no? Y cómo podemos unirnos como comunidad y cuál es el papel del alcalde para establecer esas conexiones, para lindar las relaciones entre diferentes miembros de la comunidad. ¿Qué me puedes decir acerca de eso, Mike?
The job of the mayor is to be the mayor of all of the people in the city. And I take that responsibility seriously. It's my job to be the mayor of everyone in Springfield. And there's a lot more to that than just saying it. If you're going to be serious about that, it's necessary to make effort to do something that is assertive and affirmative to make sure that that really happens. You can't just assume that because you say it, that it will happen. If you really want to have it happen, it's my responsibility to reach into the community. If that means going to churches, if that means going to civic organizations, if it means going to people's homes, if it means going to family celebrations, I will do what it takes to be true to my commitment to being the mayor of all of Springfield.
Así es, Mike. Y fíjate que algo que me alegra es que nos estés dando el reconocimiento a la comunidad latina, porque eso es algo muy importante para nosotros, el que se reconozcan nuestros aportes a la economía, nuestros aportes con nuestra mano de obra, con nuestro poder adquisitivo y con todas las otras contribuciones que tenemos a nuestra comunidad y en este caso a la comunidad de Springfield. Algo que es bien importante es que el liderazgo en una posición como la posición de alcalde es el que ese liderazgo pueda ofrecerle algo a la comunidad para hacerlos crecer. Mi pregunta para ti sería, pensando en esto, ¿tú te consideras una persona con las aptitudes o con la aptitud de empoderar a otras personas para que salgan adelante y triunfen, especialmente en la comunidad de Springfield? Y también has tenido alguna conexión o experiencia con negociantes o con dueños de negocios que son latinos o que tal vez hayan colaborado contigo a algún nivel o de alguna manera.
One of the jobs of a leader is to empower other people. It's my responsibility as a leader to look for people with potential, and that means in a community where the Latinx population is the fastest growing demographic, that we need to look into that part of the community as well to ensure that in the future that the entire community is represented among our elected officials. So our elected officials cannot always be old white guys with white hair. We need the full spectrum of our community to be represented among our elected officials. And I have to say that one of the people who I am most impressed with in terms of being a mentor is Johannes Tadeo. As you know, I've had many meetings with Johannes, and it seems to me that every time I meet with Johannes, he brings along one or two other young people so that they can see what happens in a business meeting or in a political meeting, so that they can learn. And I know Johannes well enough to know that he goes back afterwards and has a conversation with them so that they have a full understanding of what's occurring. And the result of that is going to be that we're going to have people who are well qualified to step into leadership positions. That's the kind of mentor that I want to be.
Excelente respuesta. Y bueno, pues algo que también es importante es pensar en todos estos empresarios latinos y bueno, los planes, ¿no?, que tiene la ciudad. Fíjate que yo llegué a vivir en Springfield hace varios años y Springfield estaba pasando por una situación difícil con seguridad y problemas en las calles, especialmente en el área del centro. Y he notado que ha habido algunos cambios, ¿no?, precisamente en esa área. Y pues mi pregunta con respecto a eso sería ¿cómo puede o cómo va a trabajar la ciudad de Springfield en colaboración para llevar a cabo un desarrollo comercial que pueda beneficiar a todos, ¿no? Especialmente en todas las áreas de la comunidad de Springfield, no solamente en el área del centro. ¿Cuál es tu idea, cuál es tu plan o qué es lo que te inspira, ¿no?, para poder decir, ok, este es el plan que voy a hacer basado en esto que traigo yo en mente? ¿Podrías explicarnos o explicarle más bien a la audiencia cuál es tu plan y qué es lo que te inspiró o qué es lo que te inspira para poder llevarlo a cabo?
Just yesterday, I was doing an interview on a radio station. I think it was 97.3. And part of my platform has been to promote vitality, economic vitality, because that creates jobs and it helps everybody. And I realize part of the reason I like to do that is because it comes from a very exciting source. That economic vitality so often comes from entrepreneurs. And when I was responding to this question on that radio station, what occurred to me is that some of the most creative, courageous, and visionary entrepreneurs I know are in the Latino business community. When you think of people who come to to Springfield Maybe they don't speak English, or maybe they don't speak it very well. Maybe they don't read it or write it very well. And somehow they are able to establish a business where they are not only doing well themselves, but they are hiring other people, they are creating jobs, and they are bringing economic vitality to our community. I think when I think about people like Valentine, who came here, he worked for a security company, and then he said, I think I can do this myself, and I think I can do it just as well. And before you know it, he's got jobs all up and down the Willamette Valley, and
Yes.
he's hired a whole lot of people. He's put a whole lot of people to work.
Yes.
El Cayman, he's got a wonderful store there. He's serving a clientele. He's providing a service to a lot of people. There's a whole, you can just tick off yourself. You have a thriving business now. It's that kind of creativity, and it takes courage to do that. I mean, I can't imagine the amount of courage it takes to go somewhere where you don't feel like you're part of the place, you don't understand the language, or if you do understand it, you may not understand it as well. And somehow you're brave enough to open a business, and you put all of your own resources into it, all that work, you invest money into it, and you don't know if it's going to work or not. You just know that if you work really hard, something good might happen. And it's that kind of entrepreneurship that's going to lead to the revitalization of our community. It's going to not only lead, I'm very excited about the revitalization in the 300 block of Main Street, but that revitalization has to occur throughout all of Springfield. We can't just let it stay in that one spot. We need revitalization from Glenwood all the way out to Thurston and to encompass all of Springfield. And it takes just the kind of entrepreneurship that I just talked about in order for that to happen.
Así es, Mike. Y bueno, ¿cómo crees tú que el liderazgo pueda facilitar la colaboración o la conectividad, vaya, entre diversos grupos en la ciudad de Springfield? ¿Qué piensas tú con respecto a eso? Porque eso es algo muy importante para nosotros, los latinos y nuestra comunidad, el poder conectar y sentir que somos parte del sistema, somos parte de esta comunidad. Y bueno, pues me gustaría saber qué piensas tú de eso. Es algo importante, pienso yo, para todos los habitantes de la comunidad latina aquí en la ciudad de Springfield.
One of the first professional jobs I had was working at an international house at a university. This is probably almost 50 years ago now. And what I realized from that was how thrilling it is to learn from people who grew up differently from me, who have different traditions than I have, who have a different culture than I have, different food than what I've been accustomed to. It's very enjoyable. And so what I learned about myself is that I am in fact rewarded by the opportunity to interact with people that have grown up differently than I have, who may have a different cultural background, speak a different language. And that insight has been rewarded over and over and over again as I have enjoyed the opportunity, for example, to attend Latino Professionals Connect. I've attended most of those meetings until recently when COVID has hit, and I've gotten very busy with this campaign. But I just find attending those meetings to be so refreshing and so enjoyable. And it's because some of it is the networking that you talked about, where people are talking with each other about their business and they realize how they might be able to help each other in some way. They might be able to help each other learn something that's valuable in some way, or to share clients or to share ideas. That's exciting because I've always been interested in economic development. But it's also thrilling to see that people, when I talk with them, they're also interested in learning a little bit about me, and they're very open. And I just find it thrilling to get to know people who have grown up differently than myself, and to try to understand them better. So if I'm a leader, if I'm in a mayor's position, what I said before is exactly true. It's my responsibility to continue to do that, to assertively reach in to communities. Maybe that means coming back and occasionally doing an interview with you, or maybe it means going to a church or to someone's home. Those are just the kinds of things that a mayor should be doing. And it's so much easier to do it if you actually enjoy it. And it's a part of me.
Mike, te agradezco mucho tus comentarios con respecto a los dueños de negocio que mencionaste y bueno, y también tu visión, ¿no? En cómo apoyar a la comunidad latina y el enfoque que tienes hacia nuestra comunidad. Y bueno, la última pregunta, Mike, porque obviamente sabemos que estás muy ocupado, estás corriendo una campaña política y bueno, pues también queremos asegurarnos que la comunidad capte la mayoría de tu mensaje, porque las elecciones ya vienen el día 19 y es importante que la gente se informe, importante que la comunidad pase la voz de quién eres tú y cuál es tu posición y qué tipo de diferencia va a ser para nuestra comunidad. ¿Cuál sería tu visión a futuro para la ciudad de Springfield?
So one of the key points of my campaign has been that Springfield needs to be a more welcoming and inclusive community. It's not just enough to say we are a welcoming community. You have to do something in order for it to really be a welcoming community. I want to be involved in doing something that makes it a welcoming community. And that could be all kinds of things. I think that our city is blessed because we have a number of people on the staff at the city that recognize the importance of reaching out and to provide a wide range of services. There are a number of staff members that do that. I think where the city has failed and fallen down is in the area of leadership of the city, extending that welcoming hand. And I think that's part of what I would bring to the mayor's position, is that it would be very clear from the top down that this is a serious thing that we're talking about, and our community is going to benefit by being a more welcoming and inclusive community.
Me parece muy bien, Mike, y bueno, pues muchísimas gracias por habernos dado esta entrevista. Y bueno, pues antes de despedirnos, quisiera pedirte que si nos dieras la oportunidad de hacerte una entrevista en el futuro. Esperemos que si te si llegas a ganar la posición de alcalde, podamos tener más de este tipo de entrevistas para poder informar a la comunidad latina de Springfield y bueno, de Eugene también y todo el condado, porque muchas personas trabajan en Springfield o viven en Springfield que son de otras comunidades o de otras ciudades vecinas. Pero bueno, te voy a otorgar el micrófono para que tú puedas dar un mensaje a nuestra comunidad. Y bueno, pues después de eso nos despedimos. Muchísimas gracias por la entrevista. Cuídate.
So I should remind you that the election is May 19th, and you should have your ballots, and you can turn those in anytime before May 19th. If you're going to mail them in, you should mail them early. And I can tell you that this year, you don't have to put a stamp on it if you mail it, because the state is going to pay for that. You can put it in a regular mailbox, or you can put it in an official ballot box. And there's one at City Hall right under the library if you want to do that. So I want to make that clear. The other thing is that I part of the reason I'm running is because I think it is time for change in Springfield. It's time for new leadership, it's time for new vision, and it's time for new energy. And I want to bring that to this position. I'm so excited because I love Springfield. I've lived here for over 25 years. I've got a lot of leadership experience. I think a vote for me is a vote for proven leadership experience. And I'm just thrilled to have the opportunity to put that to work. Alex mentioned that we met 3 or 4 years ago, and that he didn't imagine then that he might one day be interviewing me as a mayor candidate. I didn't imagine that either, Alex. I had no idea that I was going to run for mayor. But what I can say is that I've had a lot of public service experience, and I've enjoyed that. And it's only been within the last year or so that I've started to say, Springfield really does need new leadership and new energy and new vision. And I started out by looking for someone else to do that. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought, I think I can do that. And I think I can do it really well. And so I would so much love the opportunity to serve as mayor of all of Springfield, not just a portion of Springfield, but all of Springfield.
Y bueno, amigos, con esto concluimos esta entrevista con nuestro amigo Mike Eyester. Y bueno, quiero recordarles que ya van a ser las elecciones el día del 19. Tienen que mandar sus boletas. Si les van a mandar por correo, mándenlas lo más pronto posible. No se esperen hasta el último día. Porque tal vez puedan llegar tarde y no vaya a contar su voto. Si usted no puede votar, pero tiene familiares como sus hijos o su pareja o en fin, personas que usted conozca y viven en la ciudad de Springfield, bueno, hablen un poco acerca de esta entrevista con Mike, de su postura, de cómo habla acerca de nosotros los latinos, porque creo que tenemos una gran oportunidad de tener un alcalde en la ciudad de Springfield que tiene oídos para nosotros y que está dispuesto a que podamos acercarnos a él y convivir con él para dejarle saber qué es lo que nos está pasando o qué es lo que nos pasa en la ciudad de Springfield. Así que bueno, muchísimas gracias Mike, te agradezco mucho esta entrevista y bueno, pues nos vemos en la próxima entrevista. Esperemos que ya estés como alcalde y podamos hablar de cosas aún más importantes para la comunidad latina. Hasta luego, Mike.
Thank you, Alex. Take care. Stay well.